Hi guys, Prashandas here, back with another Java beginners tutorials. So today we're going to look at constructors in Java and discuss some basic points about it. So let's start. So the first point is constructors have the same name as the class name. So here, if you can see the example, we have a class name as student.java and the constructor in it is called as public student. So you see that the constructor name is the same as the class name, that is student. The second thing is constructors do not have a return type. So here if you can see, it is just public student. It is neither void, string, int, all are not present. Constructors are instantiated when we create an object of the class. So again, taking the same example of student.java, if you look at myapp.java, in the main method we have instantiated student object. So the keyword here, that is new student, will actually instantiate the constructor. The next in the list is a no-args constructor. Now the constructors with no arguments are called as no-args constructors. They are created by default if not manually defined. Now if you see in the example in myapp.java, in the main method, when we create a student object, the default no-arg constructor is created in the student class. Now there are times when we create an object of the class, the default no-arg constructor will not be initiated. Now such scenarios take place when we already have a parameterized constructor or a constructor with arguments already present in the class. In such scenarios, if we want to have a default constructor, then we have to write it separately and then instantiate it. So in this example, if you see in myapp.java, when we create an object of the class student, it will throw a compilation error since the student class already has a constructor with parameters. Hence, we have to instantiate the default constructor separately. Now let's move on to constructor overloading. Now constructor overloading is a concept which also helps in improving the method capabilities. It helps to perform various operations with the same name and different parameters. So in the example, if you see file output stream class has the same name but different parameter list. So with the same name it will accept file, file descriptor, string, file and boolean and many other ways. So this becomes easy for the developer to just remember the method name, which is the same as the file name, and implement their various functionalities. So now a thing with the return type. So as we had already discussed that constructors do not have a return type, but constructors can always have a return statement. So if you can see in the example below, in the no-arg constructor student, we have a return statement. So any code after the return statement will not execute. Now the last thing that we should care about is this keyword for constructors. Now if you can have a look at the class student here, there are two parameters defined here. One is with two parameters, that is name and gender, and the other one is with three parameters, name, gender and grade. Now both these constructors are used to set the values in the name, gender and grade. Hence in the second constructor you can use the this keyword with the parameters name and gender. Now what this will do is that this keyword will in turn call the first constructor, which is student, with two parameters and set the value. So in this way we are reducing the code and utilizing the first constructor as well. Now there are certain things that should be kept in mind while using the this keyword, and these things can be asked in the interviews as well. The first thing is that this keyword should always be called first in the constructor, or else a compilation error will take place. Now if you look at the second constructor, if I had called this keyword after setting the grade, then it would have thrown a compilation error. The second thing is it should only be called once in the constructor, or else again it will throw a compilation error. And the last is that this keyword cannot be called on a no argument constructor. So guys, if you enjoyed this short video on constructors, please like the video and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.